Now we're gonna dive into the 5 tips for purchasing snowboard goggles to help you guys. So my goggle buying tips, number 1, when you're trying on goggles, ideally you wanna have your helmet on because you're gonna be wearing your helmet when you're snowboarding. For those of you that are new snowboarding, absolutely do not think that wearing a helmet is going to make you look uncool. People wear helmets and you're going to fit in by wearing a helmet, and if you don't wear a helmet, people are gonna notice, but like for the wrong reason. So safety first, really seriously, like protect your head. Number 2, look for goggles that have interchangeable lenses. A lot of people can get away with only owning one pair of goggles with one lens that they can use on bright sunny days. I know a lot of beginner snowboarders tend to go during the day, and quite honestly, I still don't really love going at night because the chances that it's a little bit more icy, it's just not my fave. Sorry guys. Depends on the day, but a lot of nights it's just a little too cold for my taste. So if you're planning on mostly going during the day, you can probably get away with just owning one pair of goggles. This is the very first pair of goggles that I ever purchased. As you can see, these do have a little bit of a tint to them. So when it comes to night boarding or boarding on a really overcast day, these are actually not the greatest. There's been multiple times when I've been night boarding where I can't see and I have to flip my goggles up, and then I've got like the snow going into my eyeballs. It's not a good look, guys, okay? If you're planning on going on multiple days with different types of conditions, you definitely want to invest in a pair of goggles that has the interchangeable lenses. Tip number 3 is look for goggles that will give you good peripheral vision even with your goggles. So in other words, you want to make sure that the lens isn't obstructing your vision, that you can see around you as much as you possibly can. Tip number 4, check the face foam and make sure that it's connecting to your face without pressing too hard into your face. Obviously, if it's like really digging into your face, the first thing you want to check is the strap length and make sure that you have them loose enough. But it may be that it's going to hit your face in different places, so you want to make sure that there's not gapping. If there's gapping, snow and wind is going to kind of get up in between those gaps, and that's never a good thing. Tip number 5 is if you happen to wear larger hats or helmets or larger glasses than normal, you're probably going to have to also look for larger goggles. So just keep in mind, you know, if you have a smaller head or a larger head than normal, that's also going to impact your goggle. So you want to be looking for goggles that kind of align with what you're typically looking for in like sunglasses as far as size. You know, if you're having to size up or size down, you're probably going to have to do the same thing with your goggles. So those are my top 5 tips for looking for goggles. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'd love to hear from you which of these tips was the most helpful, and I'd love to hear if you have a pair of snowboarding goggles that you love. What do you love about them? What are the things that you personally look for when you're purchasing those snowboarding goggles? So if you haven't hit that like button, go ahead and do that now, and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't yet. And as always, just thank you for watching this. And I really look forward to seeing you in my next video where I'll be reviewing the top 5 goggles from Amazon and walking you through which of them I recommend. So stay tuned, it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really good. So should I take my helmet off already, or? Nothing like sitting in your house wearing a helmet. Safety first, guys. Nailed it.